Right now, something inside your skull is talking. It has been talking since you woke up. It will not stop until you fall asleep, and even then, sometimes it follows you there. You did not turn it on, you cannot turn it off. And the strangest part, you have never once questioned who is actually speaking. You just assumed it was you. But what if it is not? What if that voice inside your head is something your brain is doing to you, not something you are doing yourself? Scientists have been trying to answer that for decades, and what they found will make you hear that voice completely differently. Psychologists call it inner speech. It is the internal monologue that runs through your every waking hour. Most people assume it is just thinking, but thinking and that voice are not the same thing. You can think without words. When you recognize a face, when you feel a gut instinct, when you catch something mid-air, none of that requires language, but the voice does. And that difference matters more than you expect. So where does it come from? When you speak out loud, your brain sends a motor command to your vocal cords. But before any sound leaves your mouth, your brain sends a copy of that command to your auditory cortex, the part that processes sound. That copy is called an efference copy. It is your brain texting itself. I am about to say something. Now here is where it gets strange. Your inner voice works exactly the same way, but the sound never leaves. You generate the motor command. Your auditory cortex receives the copy. Your vocal cords stay silent. The result is a voice only you can hear, because in a very real neurological sense, you are actually producing it. You are talking to yourself. Your brain just never presses send. Researcher Charles Fernyhough at Durham University spent decades studying this and found that inner speech is not one simple stream. It can be dialogic, and meaning it takes two sides, argues, debates, even borrows other people's voices from your memory. That voice that sounds like your mother when you are about to make a bad decision. Your brain is generating her from memory and running her as a simulation. You are writing every part. You are playing every character. But why does it exist at all? Cognitive scientist Michael Corballis argued that inner speech gave early humans the ability to plan without acting. Before it, you had to test reality to know what would happen. You had to say the words to know how they would land. Inner speech changed that. Suddenly, you could run the entire scenario inside your head first. That voice was a survival tool, a flight simulator for life. And here is something that will change how you see your own mind. Not everyone has it. Psychologist Russell Hurlburt developed a method where participants were beeped at random moments and asked to describe exactly what was happening in their minds. Roughly 25% reported no inner voice at all, not reduced, absent. Some people think in pure images, some in spatial patterns, some in a wordless knowing that arrives complete. The voice in your head is not universal. It is not fundamental to being human, but if you have it, it is changing you in ways you cannot see. Neuroscientist Matthew Lieberman at UCLA found that when you label a feeling in words, even silently, even just to yourself, your amygdala becomes less reactive. The word does not just describe the emotion, it dims it. Your inner voice is not just watching your life, it is editing it in real time, but it can also trap you. The same voice that helps you plan is the voice behind rumination, the loop that replays the same regret, the same imagined disaster again and again. Psychologist Ethan Cross calls this chatter, a voice designed to solve problems that instead keeps reopening them. You know this feeling. You have felt it at 2 a.m. when the voice will not let something go. Cross found one surprisingly simple fix. Use your own name, not I or me, your actual name. When you address yourself by name, your brain shifts perspective slightly, treating you more like an outside observer. The same facts, the same situation, but suddenly there is just enough distance to breathe. You quiet the voice by naming it. There is someone who has been with you every second of your life, in every room you have ever been in every moment you have ever lived. You did not choose them, you cannot leave them, and you will spend your entire life never fully understanding them. That voice in your head, it is the most intimate relationship you will ever have, and you never even got to introduce yourself.